The first map you'll go to in PSO2 is the Forest on Navarius, and it has a rather pleasant vibe going for it, as it has bright greens around every corner, and you also find lakes and streams, all accompanied by enemies one would expect to see in a jungle, and more. The enemies you should expect to see are the Rappies, which are just small, little bird-like enemies that try to smack you, and they aren't really that dangerous. Just take care of them as necessary, or even ignore them. Next, we have the Udans, which are the monkey-looking enemies. They will both try to melee you, but the bigger grayish ones, called the Za-Udans, can also throw a rock at you. The Grulf, or dog-type enemies, will run up to you, circle around, and jump attack you. They also have a type of howl that seems to buff its allies. We then have the Agnes Birds, which will keep flying around until they close into attack. Jump up and attack mid-air to get them more easily. Then, the Garongos will roll right up on you. If they hit a wall during the spin, they will stop and show a weak spot, and that's your chance to strike. Sometimes you'll see the mini-boss Rockbear. It will swing at you with its fists, and also perform a body slam. And it can also pick you up and throw you. Unfortunately, if you try to keep your distance, Rockbear will flip towards you. After his big wind-up attack, he will trip, fall, and expose his weak spot. In general, try to gain some height and hit his head, or get behind it and do the same. And then, like most maps, you'll have certain darkers that show up along the way too. Some of those would be the Dagan variants, which are just little spiders that melee, very easy to avoid or kill. The Briarda that can spawn Dagan eggs. And then you have the Ahda, which doesn't have much HP, but likes to charge you. And when they do, they leave their vulnerable spot open, which is on their front. And if you're doing the expedition, once reaching the third area, you will be up against the Fang Banshee. Sometimes the Fang Banser will show up too. He's a little stronger and has a little bit more health than the Banshee. These bosses like to jump around and onto you a lot too. If you keep on the move, it's easy to avoid. After that, just try to stay next to it while hitting its head. This tactic will be a common theme. When you get it low, it will enrage, and it will get faster and have different attacks. However, if you break all of the blades on the top of it, it'll end up staggering. So as usual, just keep on the move, don't stay in front of it, hit its head, and you'll be fine. Just be patient. As this is my first video out of 14 for my map videos I'm going to have out this week, I'd like to mention that there are a few rare variants of many enemies. I won't be covering them all because they're basically the same thing I'm showing you right now, but they just deal more damage and have more HP. These variants can be distinguished by their name and appearance. And that's about it for this one. Take care.